Artistic Gamer 7 and welcome back to another speed build here on the channel. Yes, I have a lot of these right now because I went a little bit crazy when it came to building, but I did enjoy making a lot of these builds. And this one I think it was originally the gym in Del Sol Valley, and I was originally going to make another gym, but then I really wasn't sure if I wanted to have another gym because I don't use the gyms a whole lot in my game. So I decided to go over on Twitter and ask you all what type of builds would y'all like to see actually be built in Del Sol Valley. And I did still keep the gym as an option, and I gave gym, a cafe, karaoke bar, and I don't remember the other one. There was a fourth one. I really don't. Oh, I think it was a pool. I think it was a pool that I was one of the options, and it was a few. Every one of them got a few votes each, but the one that ended up winning definitely was a super obvious winner because it won by quite a bit in the end, and that was a karaoke bar to have in Del Sol Valley. So that is what this is. It is a hangout that is more for the up and coming versus the already really up there famous celebrities. So you'll see more of the lower level stars pop up here, but I haven't. This is a bit like the last build that I put up. I think was Gourmet Roses. I did test build that one. I haven't test build this one, so I haven't seen how many celebrities do come in here and if any of the higher levels do occasionally show up. I'm not entirely sure, but there was nothing about this build that I was particularly concerned with that I felt like I needed to go and test before the voiceover. But anyway, so this is a karaoke bar, and I ended up going with sort of a spacey theme for it, or at least trying to. And I used these props that is, I think, for the, well, I know it's for the acting career, and I think it's for, like, the one that has, like, the more spacey, like, backgrounds. And it actually come in good use to use as, like, a, little sign thing is what I use it at. I do use, like, a little piece of, I don't even know what it was. It was something in the decorations, and I used it at underneath and inside those two to make it look like they connected, just because I wanted it to actually look like they were connected in some sort of way and that the sign wasn't floating. You'll probably see that here in a moment. But I do add posters on the outside, like billboards on the outside of this. There's going to be chairs that have advertisements, and there's going to be, I think, a few posters on the inside that are going to be advertising stuff as well, because I would imagine, like, the way that this is built, and it looks really, really nice, but because it's more of an up-and-coming celebrity hangout, I was imagining that, you know, it probably didn't get totally as much money in compared to some of the other places nearby. So it would have to keep up with paying the type of money that they need to pay to keep this lot and keeping it looking amazing and grand, and hope that every once in a while the occasional big celebrity comes in. You know, they're not having those huge celebrities, so they can't necessarily charge those outlandish prices. So advertisements is how they also keep up with paying the lot off. So I decided that that was a thing because I wanted to use the billboards for some reason. I don't know why. I just really wanted to use them. So like I said, it is more of I went sort of more of like an outer space theme. I did not get very, well, I mean, semi-creative, but also semi-strange name that I gave for it, because I was trying to keep the outer space-like theme, and it was a karaoke bar, and I was like, what should I name it? I don't know. I'm really bad at naming these lots, and I decided to name it OuterSings, so, you know, it's like outer space, but instead of space, it sings, because it's a karaoke bar. Yeah, anyway, not very, very... not a very amazing name, but hey, it works. So that is the name of this lot. I don't think I don't change the names. I never pick the names until I finish the lot, because I like to see how the lot turns out, because sometimes I go in there with a very vague idea of what I'm going to do. Sometimes I don't even really have an idea and I just start making it as I go. or I have a partial idea and I change it by the time that I'm over with. So I don't give it a name until the very end. So right now it's still, I think, called Pictorial Fitness or whatever that gym was called. But I do name it OuterSings. It will be up on the gallery once you're seeing this video. My origin ID is Artistic Gamer 7, so that you go find it on there. And like I said, it is called OuterSings. There is no CC. I don't know what packs are in it, but because I do have all the packs, and I don't disable any of the packs. I did try to use more Get Famous stuff in this build than I would use normally, because since, you know, Get Famous just came out and this is Del Sol Valley, I did try to push using more of that Get Famous stuff, but I did use other packs as well, but I just don't know which ones. But if it's something that, I know that some of the packs, there's only got 1 or 2 objects in there, and with any of my builds, there's some packs that I don't use at all, and there's some that only get 1 or 2 objects, so it's not going to be like a huge missing piece of it all the time if you don't have certain packs. But Get Famous is one of the big ones. I think Get Together is another one. Get Together, Get Famous, and City Living are probably, I think, are the ones that are used the most. I could be wrong, though. I know Get Famous is up there, but I could be wrong on the others, but I think that's probably what it is. But anyway, so with the colors that I use, you definitely can already see I have that pinkish tone going on, but I also try to bring in some other neon colors, some blues, purples, pinks. I don't think I use green as much compared to the others, because I liked using the blue and the pink together a little bit more, which, now that I think about it, that just sounds like cotton candy. But anyway, that makes me want cotton candy. Anyway. Can you tell I'm hungry? But yeah, so I use mostly pinks and blues, and you more went on the lighter neon-y side of things, but I do add some purples here and there, and I don't know if I might have some other neon colors here and there as well. And black is a very big color that I use, because black makes neon colors pop a whole lot better, and that's what I wanted for this build. And I did work on the outside. I didn't put like a whole lot of plants, because like I didn't want to overwhelm it with plants on the outside, because I wanted the building to be the main focus, and there's a lot of plants on some of like more of the median type things and stuff like that that are around the town. So I didn't want the actual, like, this lot to be overwhelmed with plants, because that wasn't like the main thing behind it. I'm realizing it's taken me forever to get inside, and I haven't even done the layout on the inside. I did make this building a little unusual compared to some of the other builds. It's more angled towards the corner of the lot instead of like the front of the lot. And I struggled with these roofs that was up on the second floor, that the curved roofs, because certain things that I would do on the underneath section would cause the roofs to make those lines on the upper section. So I kept having to check and move around those things. And I originally wanted to do, like, the floor was sunken down, and then put the stage back up on the upper level. I mean, not the upper level, but, like, you know, not the sunken in part. Like, where I'm doing this now would actually still be this level, and the rest of it would have been sunk in. But every time I tried to do the sunk in thing, that was when the issues with the roofs in the upper floor, the next floor up, actually would, like, pop up. So I was like, well, I don't think I can do that, sadly. So I didn't be able to do that, because the roofs would have bothered me so much. Like, there was no way you could hide. If it was like one roof and it only showed up in like one section, I probably could have covered it up with something, but it was literally all 3 of them, and it was the whole entire outside of it, and it was like, I was like, I can't cover that up with anything. I just have to put furniture everywhere and literally not be able to allow the Sims to walk anywhere. So had to work around those things, and which made me not be able to do what I originally wanted to do, but I still liked how it turned out. But yeah, because there's those stupid roofs again. With the way that things turned out, I am really happy about it, so I did really, really like it. I tried to make the downstairs very focused towards the the actual karaoke bar. I put like the actual karaoke part of the karaoke bar. There we go. So I use the most expensive karaoke machine that you can get downstairs, but I do put 2 more upstairs because it's a karaoke bar and I feel like there should have been multiple karaoke machines. But the upstairs is where the bar is, and working with this layout was pretty interesting to try to get everything to work. I actually had to think pretty hard on what I was going to do with the bathrooms because, like, I didn't want the bathrooms to take up a whole lot of space, but I wanted them to be able to be noticed and, you know, trying to fit them in against the walls, which is what I normally do. I was like thinking about it, it didn't work. I think I cut out the process of me thinking about the bathrooms, but I do ultimately decide to put the bathrooms actually in the middle of upstairs. So like you got this middle wall piece that's all bathrooms, but I don't know, I sort of like how that actually, because normally I don't do that with the bathrooms. I normally try to put them underneath or tuck them away and be like, go away, you're let's pretend you're not here. But it sort of gave like a design element in the middle of that upstairs section to where like if you're sitting on one end of it, you're not necessarily seeing everyone that's over on the other end, and sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of privacy and decency even when you're out in the public places. So did like how that actually turned out, and I used the movie lights to try to put a bunch of lights, because this is supposed to be like the main karaoke area. This is like, if you're trying to show off, this is where you go sing. If you're not trying to show off, go upstairs. But again, I do stick with like the blues and the purples and the pinks. I realized, I think I tried not to use yellow just because I did add purple in this, and I realized 2 or 3 of my most recent builds have had purple and yellow as like the main colors, which they are my favorite complementary colors that go together. I think I had mentioned it in one of the videos that I used for them. I think it was, which one was it? The arcade bar, I think, is the one I mentioned it in. The other one, I don't think that build has actually showed up on my channel yet. I'm pretty sure it hasn't, because I don't think I've ever recorded a voiceover for it. Can you tell that I've done a lot of builds recently that I can't even remember what ones I've done voiceovers for already? So, but yeah, so they are my favorite complementary colors because, you know, there's blue and orange, and then there's red and green, and there's purple and yellow, and a lot of people think purple and yellow looks like the most crazy and obnoxious of the complementary colors, but me personally, it's the one I like the most out of the complementary colors. Like, I don't have a problem with the other set of complementary colors, but red and green reminds me of Christmas, and during December, that's fine. But the rest of the year, not so much. Of course, I think it's partially because I work retail, and because I work retail, Christmas sort of is like a ugh thing until actual December. I don't mind it in December, but every other month of the year, I'm just like, I'm tired of it. And then, you know, blue and orange, I don't really have a problem with blue and orange. I don't know, they just don't appeal to me very well. But purple's also one of my favorite colors, so that might be why purple and yellow has a better standing in my mind than what blue and orange would. But oh well, I am totally getting off on something totally completely not with this build anymore. That seems to happen sometimes with voiceovers, but it's okay. I do think I meant to actually add like chairs or seatings or like plant decorations in that like little entryway, but I forgot to do so. I did add like a rug. It looks like a mosaic thing instead of an actual rug, so it looks like they did that to the floors. I did do that, so it added something to the entryway, but I did meant to add more to it, and I didn't realize it until after this build that I didn't do it. But oh well. And downstairs, you should have already seen, I did add some of the walls are actually a different color than the black. Basically, the walls that are not right up against it, which I thought added a little breakup element and added a little bit more light to the room, but at the same time also looked a little bit different and cool. In those areas, I put the little, what are they, the bubble machines? I don't know what they're called in there, but it reminds me of hookah, basically, is what it reminds me of. And some Sims seem to hate it, or they get mad that the thing's there. But then they go and try it, and I'm like, why are you mad it's there, but then you're gonna go try it? You make no sense, really, at all, but whatever. But I thought that was a cool thing to have, maybe, and I could see it being in, like, any type of bar setting, whether it's a regular bar, a karaoke bar, whatever. I could see that being an object that is there. So I did add it. or even like a lounge. I did use it in one of my recent builds that was a bar and a lounge. It could be either one, whichever one you wanted it to be. This one, I did not check it to be if it could be anything else. I just know that it does comply with being a karaoke bar. I feel like it would comply with being a normal bar as well if you decided to change it to a normal bar instead of a karaoke bar, but I don't know if there's really the Sims that would show up and what the Sims would do would really change that much if you change it from a normal bar. I mean, from a karaoke bar to a normal bar. Because I have a feeling that the Sims would still try to sing on the karaoke machine. So, I don't think it would make much of a difference. But yeah, there is tables that they can sit at and stuff like that. And have this seating area watching the karaoke thing. So you imagine if it's like a talent show or something like that, you can go there and actually watch them try to sing. But there's also tables to sit at and to eat at. There's these little sitting areas over here with their aquariums, which I wish if it was a community lot, the aquariums would know that it's a community lot and just automatically come with fish. But instead, I'm gonna have to make one of my richest Sims go and come here and purchase fish and put into the tank for me. Basically, because I am gonna be adding this lot to my main save. All the lots that you've been seeing recently build, I am gonna be slowly adding them to my main save, so if you want to see them actually in action being played with in Sims before you actually download it or something, maybe keep an eye out over on my channel. Or if you just want to see it, you know, it would be the Townie Life series, the Forgotten series, the Eevee series, and Eevee Family series, and now the Fame Trio series, which is my Get Famous LP. So there's 4 of them that are there, and some people may think it's a little crazy having 4 series in one save, but I sort of like the fact that my thing with my playthrough of these and like doing these is like seeing the different unique Sims interact with each other, and it's cool. I think, in my personal opinion, it's really cool seeing like if you're watching the Eevee Family series and you see people from the Forgotten Family series, or you see people from the Fame Trio series, and see how they're doing when you're not actually there physically with them. I think that's a cool point, and you get to see what they would do if I'm not controlling them. And sometimes you get some little sneaky things sometimes. My Sims don't like to cause as much drama, though, as I wish they would on their own. Except for drama that I actually don't want to happen. The stuff that I don't want to happen happens, and the stuff that I'm sort of hoping happens because I think it'd be cool and I don't necessarily want to push it, but if it does happen, I'm going to encourage it. It doesn't happen. But anyway, so yeah, these builds will all be going into my main save. I decided that not only did I want to try to get better at building, and not only did I want to try different building stuff and like different things, but I decided I wanted my main save to be mostly mine. So I'm slowly building houses and community lots. I've went really crazy with the community lots recently, which some people have said that they don't, I guess you don't see too many community lots sometimes being built. I don't know exactly, so it's nice that they're actually excited to see community lots and people want to see them, because I don't normally do community lots, and a lot of people I watch don't normally do community lots, but I've been actually having a lot of fun with these community lots. So, surprisingly, I didn't think I would, but I actually am. So, hope you are liking them all as well. But yeah, I'm going to be turning my whole main save into nothing but my builds slowly over time. When it comes to the like houses, I gotta try to realistically add that into the story plot. So that's the only thing with the houses. I can build on lots that there's no Sims living there just yet, so I can easily do that. But otherwise, I have to bring a story to why they have a new house, or why they're getting a new house and stuff like that. So some of the houses are going to be a little bit slowly coming in over time, but I'm still excited to build and change my whole main save. It's gonna be a lot though, because at this point, you know, there's a lot of towns. Because there's Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, Newcrest, Magnolia Promenade. I don't know if I'm saying that right. There's San Mashuto, There's Forgotten Hollow. There's Del Sol Valley. There's Windenburg, Brindleton Bay. Is that all of them? Technically, that's all of them that you normally see, but then there's also technically Granite Falls and Selva Dorado. Dorada. Is it or O? I think it's So, there's a lot, and I haven't even dove into the vacation worlds at all yet. So, that's a thing that I didn't think about till very recently. But oh well, we'll get there when it comes. Anyway, this build should be coming to an end soon. The screenshot should be coming up in about 2 minutes or so. I hope you are enjoying this build. Remember, you can go download it over on the gallery, along with any other builds that have showed up on the channel. They will all be at my origin ID, in my origin thing, in the gallery on Sims 4. You know, my gallery ID, origin ID, is Artistic Gamer 7. I just sound really weird at this point, but it's fine. So you could go and find my builds and stuff over there, including this one, of course, and any future builds that I make will also, of course, be showing up on there, so that's definitely something to go check out. Let me know what is your favorite part about this build. Do you like it? Do you wish I'd done some things differently? And so on and so forth. Let me know if you're excited that there's more community builds coming and such. And let me know. I'm interested. So I'm going to see if anyone comments this down below. But what is your favorite series out of my Sims 4 series? I have quite a few of them, but take out like the building and the cast ones, like the actual LP ones. Which one is your favorite ones? So, because I'm sort of interested. Get Famous hasn't been around a long time, so if that one doesn't get noticed or people don't know about it, that's fine. So, because that one only has like 3 episodes right now. So that's an easy one to catch up on right now, because there's only 3 episodes if you haven't seen them. Eevee has quite a few episodes at this point, but I did just have a special come out that would sort of give you some key points and sort of know all the characters in it. It was the 75th episode of the Eevee family series. So if you don't necessarily want to watch all the episodes, then you can easily go and watch that and sort of have a pretty good understanding of what's going on and what has led up to the point of those. And sometimes I reiterate things as the series goes on anyway. And then there's the Forgotten Family, the Townie Life series, and also My Life as a Human Challenge, which I haven't got to do in a while because I'm sort of focusing on a few other things, but I am planning on eventually starting that one back up. It probably won't be until after the holiday season just because of so many other things going on. But yeah, be interested to know which one of those that is you all's favorite and stuff. But all of my Sims 4 playlists will be down in the description below, so if you want to give any of those a look, their playlists should be down there, as well as some of my Create a Sim playlists and the Sims 4 builds. So if you want to go see my previous builds, they will also be down there. All of my social media will be down there if you want to go follow me on those. Make sure you comment, share, like, subscribe, all that YouTube-ness stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm weird. Okay. I'm gonna let music play for the rest of the video. It's mainly just gonna be for the screenshots because they're about to come up. But I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Storm, 'cause I need to be swept away, swept away. I'm cornered in the cold where you left me, left again, left again. Oh.